What's up everyone, it's Q from Retro Q Gaming, and you may notice in this video I'm a little bit overexcited, a little bit amped, a little bit whatever you want to call it, but I am jacked, put it that way. And what am I psyched for? What am I hyped for? Well, I'm basically getting reinvigorated with gaming. I would say I've been in a pretty good place with it lately, but despite all the negativity and shit that's in the modern gaming industry that tries to drag us down as gamers and all, just talking about all the good times and just thinking back on all the stuff, as well as what's really helped is playing all these amazing games lately. Hell, I've been burning through a lot of the 16-bit amazing classics on the Super Nintendo Mini, some of the greatest games of all time, as well as other various games I've either skipped over or want to replay from God knows when they've come out, as well as some new games too. And it's really just got me fired up completely just to do it all, because god damn I love this hobby sometimes. And because for me, for 2018 as it stands at the moment, so far, I realize we're still in 2017 and there's going to be more announcements as time goes by, especially as we get into 2018. But so far as it stands, there's very little for me to look forward to in 2018. There's just not many games announced as it is that are going to be coming out next year that I'm interested in. It's the same with this Christmas as well, like from, I don't know, maybe September to the end of December. There's really very few games for me to pick up. I think by the time September to December actually ends, I'll have probably picked up maybe like 6 games, if even. I'm not counting them all out, but you get my point. There's very little in there for me to be completely memorable to. Hell, as it stands right now, there's only 4 games for me to pick up between now and the end of the year. You could almost even call it 3 games, because realistically, one of them is a remaster, which is LA Noire. Again, I can't wait to play it, but I've already played it before, but several years ago, but I can't wait to get back into it. Xenoblade Chronicles 2, a game that hopefully will be good and will let me sink dozens and dozens and dozens of hours into it. And the other ones are Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. You can see why I kind of melded them into one game. So I've done this before, even now, I say I've done this before, but I've done this before I even started YouTube, so that's a whole other story. But what I've done is I've done years of retro, or years of backlog as I prefer to call them, or even months of backlog. At the start of 2012, I destroyed a crap load of games in my backlog, for the simple reason is for about 6 months or so, there wasn't that much out for me to play new. 2013, there was maybe 3 games in the first 6 months that I actually bought, so I went and redid the whole year of backlog deal, because I had so much time in there, between hot new releases and all, I just started clearing out my backlog. And let's be real, I have hundreds, if not over 1,000 games across all platforms. So I have a serious backlog, to my own detriment and my own shame, I will admit that. I do finish a hell of a lot of them, but I just have such a sheer amount of games that they do kind of build up and get lost a little bit sometimes. But I'm so hyped and so invigorated that not only am I really looking forward to 2018 for the whole backlog clearance style, I'm actually getting started right now. In fact, I've actually been getting started for the last 2, maybe 3 months or so. And it feels great to be able to play really long games that I kind of skipped over, or not so much skipped over, but may have not finished in the past, like say Persona 3, redoing some other amazing classics that I never got around to finishing back in the day, or that I did finish back in the day, but never played since. Looking at some of the games on the Super Nintendo Mini, for example. Hell, just the other day I finished Yoshi's Island again. Done a bunch of the other stuff on there as well. Super Mario World, Mega Man X, did an entire playthrough of Super Mario Kart. There's more, obviously, but you get my point. So that's it. There's not much really for a point of this video. I just kind of want to share my hype and enthusiasm for how I'm feeling about games at the moment. I'm looking forward to it. I'm kind of going to try balance very few games at the same time. I think 3 will be my upper limit, and even at that, I'm going to put on very strict limitations on it. I'm going to have like one big proper game going, maybe 1 or 2 other little ones I can do, just smaller, almost brain dead playthroughs of. Like for example, if a new first person shooter game comes out, or if I have to move over and play a first person shooter game, or a platform game or something like that, they're not really as huge as involving. And obviously RPGs and JRPGs are my biggest preferred genre. Those are ones, the big ones I want to focus on, that I really want to start clearing. And of course, just with the whole platforming thing, I control a little bit of it in too, because for example, I'm still playing Super Mario Odyssey. Can't wait to finish collecting everything in that. I'm about halfway done on it. There's just so much. But the beauty of it is, because it's all collectibles and stuff, I can throw it on for maybe 20, 30, 40 minutes at a time make some serious progress in the collectible side of it, and then just turn it off, do real life stuff, or, you know, go back to one of the serious playthrough games. But I'm feeling really good about it. That's all I gotta say on this. Let me know in the comment section below if you guys have ever been in a situation like this, where you've generally been feeling pretty decent, pretty okay, maybe a little bit mediocre when it comes to gaming, but then you really get super invigorated back into it, and you just want to go hard on them, because that's the way I feel right now. Let me know all that good stuff in the comment section below. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Thank you for watching. I will see you on the rest of the videos in my channel.